Let us look at three ways in which a quadratic equation can be solved. Consider a quadratic x square minus 8x plus 15 is equal to 0. Here a is 1, b is minus 8 and c is 15. First method is basically using the formula x is equal to minus b plus or minus root delta by 2a. Delta, which is the discriminant, is b square minus 4ac. So here we get 64 minus 60 or 4. So I have the roots as minus b plus or minus root delta by 2a, which is 8 plus or minus 2 by 2. 8 plus 2 by 2 is 5. 8 minus 2 by 2 is 3. So we have the roots as 3 and 5. So the first method is basically to use the formula for the roots. Second method, you multiply coefficient of x square and the constant. So we get 15. You factorize this 15 into two factors whose sum is b, the coefficient of x. So I need to factorize 15 into two factors such that their sum is minus 8. So the way that it can be done is minus 3 and minus 5. Then you write this minus 8 as sum of these two factors. So we get minus 3x minus 5x plus 15. In these two terms, if I take x common, I get x minus 3. The remaining two terms, if I take minus 5 common, I get x minus 3. From these two terms, if I take x minus 3 common, I get x minus 5. So now we are able to factorize the given quadratic expression as two linear factors. So we get the roots as 3 and 5. The third method is basically completing a square. So what we do is we take the equation. Using these two terms, we generate a square. We can write these two terms as x square minus 2 into 4 into x. These are the form a square minus 2ab. So if I can supply b square, this part would become a minus b whole square. So here b is 4. So what we shall do is we shall supply 4 square to the equation. So we are adding and subtracting 4 square, so that this part becomes x minus 4 whole square. If I send these two terms to the other side, I get 16 minus 15 or 1. So taking square roots on both sides, we get x minus 4 is equal to plus or minus 1. So x is equal to 4 plus or minus 1. We get 3 and 5 as the roots. So one technique is using the formula. The second technique is factorization. And the third technique is completing a square. These are the three methods in which one can solve a quadratic equation and find the roots.